Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Zenler Educational Live session. That happens weekly on Thursday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. UK time. In this session, we take questions from users and try to help them as much as possible. We already have Vic in. We're in. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'll take this question. And if you want to join the session, the Zoom link is in the description of the live streaming that is happening. Feel free to jump on and ask your questions.
So one of my questions is to do a live recurring. Um, I do a free thing the first Monday of every month. And so
Okay.
when I do the live recurring, it doesn't give me the option of like it wants to do the first day of the month or the
Okay.
second day of the month, but not the first Monday of the month. So that's okay. But I guess the question is, if I want to try to give people the same link every time, are the links going to expire, or can I do the recurring, just tell it
Okay.
the first of the month, even though that's not the right date? Do you,
Okay.
so I don't really know if I just need to do it each time or if I can do it recurring. Even though it's the first Monday each month, it's not the first or the fourth or the seventh each month.
Okay. So is the frequency sessions set like the first Monday of each month? So is it on every first Monday of the month? Is that set?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you trying to create right now? Are you trying to create a live webinar, a live interactive webinar?
Yes, live interactive webinar.
Okay, got it. You can create a live interactive webinar, but I want people to register, right?
They don't necessarily have to because it's free, but it's nice to see that there are people registered. That way I don't show up for nothing.
Okay, got it. I think what you can do is you can create a live interactive webinar, putting the date and time that you're doing the session on and set it up as a reoccurring webinar. You can do that. That's doable in Zenler.
Right, but then as far as them getting the reminder email, won't that be wrong?
That could be sent as well. If you go to the automations tab in Zenler and you select a small button which is called for all occurrences, that each time a session is happening, a reminder email will go for each of the session.
Right. So I guess the question is, since
Yeah.
it doesn't let me tell it that it's the first Monday of the month, do you see how it says occurs on which day of the month? Then won't it send it out on the wrong days?
Okay. So you're able to set it on the basis of not day once. You will not be able to say the second of the month or the third of the month. You would be able to say which day of the month, and that's how you
Oh,
can set a real
okay.
session.
Okay. And then as far as it having the same link, will the link stay the same if it's recurring?
Correct. The link will stay the same then.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I actually posted something just earlier today in the Facebook group, and I did get somebody responded with quite a so because I'm running a in-person course and I'm trying to integrate. There's a number of elements to it, and and although I've been sort of on Zenler for a little while, I've not been utilizing all the features particularly. So I've been back through all of the tutorials, but was just wondering if I'm sort of missing anything as well. So there's in-person workshops that I'm hoping to utilize the email automation for reminders and things, but then also there's sort of calendar invites, there's one-to-one coaching. So there are some elements that are individualized, and then some, like the workshops and slides and workbooks,
Right.
are sort of general. So somebody had advised that perhaps I set up one course for all of the shared things and then set up individual ones and just clone them for everybody. Would you recommend that that's the easiest way to do it?
Correct. I would agree that would be the easiest way to do it, because all those shared common resources you might not replicate again and again. But the ones that are individual in nature and only concerned to them, that would require a private space for them. So maybe creating a one-to-one course just for them would be helpful.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, that
I
helps.
shall try and work that. Thank you.
I'm still not getting much new traffic. What can I do? Can I ask that
Okay.
here?
Yes, of course, you definitely can ask.
Thank you.
I would recommend, is there anybody team, maybe a VA that you have, can go through our marketing workshop that we did. We did a we did a live marketing workshop, but now it is a self-paced workshop that they can go through. And that workshop talks about how to generate leads and how to get traffic on the funnels. I can share the
Okay.
link with you if you'd want.
Okay, thank you.
The question I had is about funnels, because I've always had someone else do it for me, and I'd like to kind of learn how to do it myself. But my question is, I'm starting to connect with other people who were kind of like sharing resources, like I shared their resource with my audience, and then they share my resource with theirs. And so I've created an email that has the links to my offer. I do nutrition and holistic health. And so I've
Okay.
created an email that offers them like a free meal plan and a free meditation and workout in that email. But I want I want to be able to collect emails from their people who click on it. And so I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Like I know how to send out like an email blast for myself, but what do I give that person when they're sending out an email from me so that I can capture emails? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do.
Understood. Understood. That's a really nice question. Let me just share this with you. I have a video here. If you could watch the video shared in the chat, this will help you to create a landing page to capture emails. And then the marketing workshop that I had shared with Nicola, I would suggest you to watch, because that is exactly an entire system of how to get in, how to create a landing page, how to collect the email IDs, and then how to capture people into your system. That would definitely help you. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help.
Okay. So it's the last one that you just
Yeah, there are two. This is a YouTube video, a short video, which would help you. And then here's the marketing workshop. I saw your question on the group, which says that can I override the score of one of our students who has found an error? We need to increase her score. I'm not sure if this can be done on the back end. I think you would have to write to support for this. I don't think there is a facility to change the score on the back end. They might have to take the quiz again.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if you have any tips or suggestions. We've got our courses in there, but I also am doing coaching retainers. And I was wondering how people are using Zenler to sort of, I'm wondering if it might be my single source of truth, sort of where I got sort of is there a way to record calls, notes, maybe I'm trying to make Zenler into something it isn't, but because we've got a lot of content in there, just wondering where we've got Buddy Boss Learn Dash right now and we're moving over. So what I'm missing is sort of that dashboard landing page where people go to and sort of I can add things. So I'm just wondering, Annie, if you've got any tips, or am I trying to make it do something it's not suited for?
Okay. So what I'm understanding from your question is that you're trying to build in classes for your people wherein they're paying on a recurring basis monthly for your classes. Am I correct?
The payment is fine. They're all retainers in the corporate world. So I don't need the payment and fulfillment. Basically, what I need is the place that, say I was coaching Faith, where Faith could go on and get her stuff and our calls are there, but also where yeah, basically just I've got coaching tools and that sort of thing, but I'm trying to simplify. That's my word of
Understood.
2025.
Right. I think that is the most basic thing that Zenler would do is because what I understand is you're trying to provide them the material once they start the coaching with you, right? You can easily create a course where you can add your material and you can use the live aspects of Zenler. Zenler has about 5 live aspects: live webinar, live interactive webinar, one-to-one class, live class, and then live streaming as well. You can also add your live classes to the courses as well, and you can offer that material to your users or people who are learning from you. They can sign up, they can go through their curriculum, they can go through the dashboard whenever they would want. Have you gotten a chance to attend the demo webinar from Zenler?
Yeah, I've done a lot of the different Zenler things, and I've the whole course application, but just basically what I'm looking for is ways to customize the first landing dashboard that somebody comes to, because that's sort of what I'm missing as I get this sort of big bundle of different courses that I can sort out. But
Okay.
trying to turn a course into a program works as long as
Okay.
I relabel everything.
Okay, so what I would say is that your course, the first page that people see is completely customizable. You can make changes to that and you can design it, add sections to that and make it look the way you would want. Okay, so I'll just open this site. 1 second. And I'll
What I've
just
got now, Mandy,
show
while you're
you on
pulling that
the,
up,
sorry?
what I've got now is where the dash is set up so that if I was coaching Yvonne, Heather, and Faith, when they logged in, it would say, "Welcome back, Yvonne." And she would see her things, but I wouldn't need to create 3 different versions of that. There's the ability to use information I have on, and what I'm also, so final question, then I promise I won't take over, is how to easily have a single link where Yvonne can see her coaching, but nobody but Yvonne can see hers. And same with Heather, Faith, Irene, Christine, Lorna, like everybody's stuff is segregated enough.
Yeah, that is possible easily through the login window, because each person, when they log in into their dashboard, they only see their information. So the link would be yourdomain.com/mycourses.
Right.
And when they go to yourwebsite.com my courses, they would only see their courses. And what
Zoom
you
calls.
can do, sorry?
The Zoom calls where they would only see, Yvonne would only see her Zoom calls, her Zoom recordings.
Correct.
Sorry,
So
Yvonne,
what you would have to do is, you would have to add these classes and recordings to a course. That is when they'll be able to only see their own course. And as soon as they log into the dashboard, for example, I was buying a program for you and you are giving me 3 courses, which means you're giving me pre-recorded material, you are giving me a course for live classes, and then you're giving me one another course. So when I open my dashboard and log in into your site and I go to tracylawson.com/mycourses. In that, I will only be able to see the 3 courses that I have subscribed to or I have signed up to. And it will be only my classes. What you need to do is in your Zenler dashboard, if you go to pages, there will be a page called My Courses. If you go and edit the My Courses pages, you can completely customize it, add new design, add new section you want, and just have one dynamic section that is whoever has registered in whichever course will show to them. That way, it will become your nice home screen that you're looking forward to, with the fact that the person who has their own content, only that content would be visible.
Do you have any examples of this? Like
Sure,
when people are using it for coach, I mean, not necessarily on this call, but even if you can just, if you've got links, just, I'm trying to visualize, because obviously from the, course and learner perspective, it's simple, but I guess if each coaching session's a Zoom call, I can create a series just for one
Right.
person. Is that what you're saying?
Right. So I do not have a link particularly to show you, but what I can do is I can get into a demo site and I can show you how this works. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Meanwhile, I would request others to just type their question in the chat and I'll take it in the next 2 minutes.
Thanks, Susan, for the chat. When you're on these sessions, you never know if you're taking over with a completely ludicrous question for other people. So I'll be quick here.
All right. So I'll just share my screen.
While you're doing this, Manmeet, the other thing I'm going to ask you about is I'm still confused about, it seems like there's a lot of steps for people to register for Zooms in Zenler compared to just using my own Zoom as a standalone, like to reduce friction. So I guess if it's a course that's only them, they should be registered. They shouldn't have to re-register.
They would have to, so for that, what you would need to do is you would have to create bundles for them. I'll go one by one. I'll answer your first question. So here, if you go to My Courses, I'll find the My Courses page. So if you go to My Courses here, I will just click on Edit. And here you can edit the page as much as you want. Like you will see here that already a customized section is, visible on the top of this page, this one, which is not usually visible. So here you can design it the way you want. This is completely a blank slate for you to design. Here, this shows you do not have any enrolled courses because right now as the admin also, I'm not enrolled in any courses. You can just have one dynamic section here which says that my courses of the person who's logging in can show. Rest, the complete page can be designed according to how you would want it. Then what you can do is the second step is when you go to your site and you go to home page, here you have an option that when people log in, what is the page you want to show them? So here you can select the page of My Courses page. Whoever logs in sees the My Courses page that becomes their home page when they log in into the site. And that's how you can completely customize it. The second question you asked is that if someone is subscribing to a course, they should get auto-subscribe to everything that they are getting, right? For that, what you would have to do is you would have to create bundles. Because if you are giving them 3 courses, they would have to subscribe to 3 courses separately. But if you create mini bundles for them or membership for them, let's say this is a bundle which is called Productivity by Zenler. I can add multiple courses in here. I can add 2-3 courses. Once all the courses are added, I will sign up just for the bundle and get auto enrolled in all the courses inside the bundle. So every person who is coming in, you can create a bundle for them and add their respective classes and sessions into that so that people can get auto enrolled when they sign up to the bundle.
Yeah, that's all easy. It's not that I'm worried about. It's the Zoom end of things. Like we've got lots of bundles and, we've got something like 60 courses already set up. So 2 questions. First of all, I need My Courses for people that are just learning and this coaching side. So there can be different My Courses pages. But the bigger question is Zoom. Because right now, if I send a Zoom link to Faith, she can click on that and Bob's your uncle, we're in. Or in our calendar.
So the difference here is when you use your own Zoom, you have the access to the admin dashboard. But here, because you're using an enterprise level Zoom, you don't have access to the admin dashboard. You have the access to the features of Zoom. If you want, you can also bring your own Zoom with Zenler and use that.
No, I understand. What I want though is I want to use the Zenler feature of the recording coming in, but I want to know what the most streamlined way is to
The
use?
streamlined way is that you would have to send them the registration page. They have to sign up. There's one-click sign up by putting the name, number, email ID, but that has to be done if they want to attend any of the sessions in Zenler.
Even if they're already registered in that course, and that course is only, that Zoom is only for that course.
Correct. They would have to book their session. What you can do is you can use a one-to-one booking. One-to-one booking gives you a magic link, which means that anybody can enter without registration. They can bypass registration. So you create a one-to-one link
That's what I
and
want.
share the one. Sorry?
Yeah, that's what I want. I just want my clients not to have
Yeah.
to read, like the whole point of this is supposed to feel like once they're in my system.
So what you can do is if you go to the live area of Zenler, you can go to one-to-one bookings. You can create a reoccurring one-to-one booking depending upon however your sessions are happening, whoever you are creating it for. And then here it's invite link, not magic link. If you see this invite link, nobody has to register on this invite link. If they join from here, like right now today, did you register for any session before getting in?
No.
That's because we are using a one-to-one invite link in our emails.
Okay, so I can create a separate one-to-one booking for each of my coaching clients
Yes, correct.
and make it a recurring session on here, correct?
Correct.
And then I can change those dates presumably, but that would be a fixed link that that client would use for a scheduled.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right. And I'll
Okay.
jump on to take other questions now.
Yeah, thank you.
I've got a follow-on question for this. Can I just jump in?
Okay, yes, please.
So Tracy said, or you said to Tracy that you send a link and they just go straight on to the one-to-one session.
Right, correct.
And you said like this, but this has multiple people and it's not a one-to-one class.
Yeah, the name is one-to-one because usually people use it for personal clients and for one-to-one sessions, but you have an option to increase the number of people. And because you're bypassing registration, the system doesn't know how many people are joining. You're bypassing the registration. So multiple people can join.
So this is a way of having a class, but it's not a class because people, it's still a class, but without
Correct.
registration.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. I have a question about drip and about having two sites. Please go ahead, Irene.
Yes. I'm going to start in 2 weeks' time. There's a course like a challenge. And
Okay.
I've given, when people sign up, I have given them access to a sort of warm-up, 6 or 7 little, not modules, but classes. But then I would like to drip it day by day. Is it possible to do even if they already have access to part of the course, or do I have to actually hide everything and then turn it on manually?
Okay. You want to drip only emails to them, or do you want to drip content along with emails?
No, it's the content I want to drip. The emails actually I'm doing in MailerLite because that's just because I was clumsy when I set it all up. I got all the contacts in MailerLite, so I prefer to do it
So
from
you
there.
want to drip content through the emails to them, correct?
I want to drip the contents, but with or without email. I'm going to send the email from MailerLite, so they're going to get a reminder that today we're working with gratitude, blah, 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 go out and take a photograph. And the next one, they're going to get another drip. And for every day, I want a new lesson to come on. But I also need to take away, because they're only having access for 12 hours. So I suppose I need to go in and close it on my own, don't I?
Okay, so what you can do is, if I'm understanding this correctly, you can go to courses, and inside courses, you'll see multiple options here. You can go to drip here. If you go to drip, you can enable drip. Like, for example, here I have enabled drip right now. As soon as you enable
yes,
drip,
sorry, it's disabled, yes, enabled.
Yes, if you enable, it will give you an option to write an email with each of the course content that you have put in. So you'll be able to send a customized email from the system itself as soon as the course is live. You can also put a date and time. When do you want this course content to be live in their dashboard? As soon as it's live, they will also send a notification email.
Yeah. So then the release will be at the same time as the mail. They will correspond, and I can set it for
Correct.
each. Yes.
Yes,
But
yes.
the thing is that I have, because now people are dropping in because it's still signing up time. So I will, when the course starts on the first day, I will have a lot of people in the first module already. Can I start with module 2 to drip? Or do I have to drip the first one?
No,
Also?
it is up to you because the date and time is customized. So you can drop the third module first and the first module later. It's completely up to you.
Yes, but at the moment,
Yeah.
I have closed each module. I've hidden them. They're as drafts. So when I started dripping, do I have to release so everything is open? Because I don't want to have everything open and they see everything at once. So it's just this sort of transition time I'm wondering about.
You can put the date and time according to how you would like to drip it, and they will only see the entire content once everything has been dripped.
Yes, but now when they come, everything is closed. So in the drip schedule, what do I do with the first module that is already open?
Okay, so you want to go and hide that module, is it?
No, that one I want to be there as well because it's a welcome module. So I got the welcome module up here. And then on the 14th of January, I want the first one to be released. Right now, everything that comes underneath is hidden. It's a draft. So if I go to the schedule and I put, not the first one because that one is open, and then I put drip on the 14th, what happens with the ones that are underneath? Do I have to release all of them?
You will have to either keep them in draft. If they are in draft, they would not be visible to the end user. And if you do make them live, you can put a schedule date on those as well.
And when do I do that? I do it just before I set the drip thingy in motion.
Yes, correct. Just before you put the drip thing, because as soon as you make them live, it will be visible in their dashboard. But if you make it live and immediately set the drip schedule, then all of them will be dripped as in when
Hang on
the
a
date
minute.
and
Can you
time.
say that again, but a bit slower?
Okay. So I'm saying that as soon as you make them live, the very next moment, put a drip date and time to it. If you put the drip date and time to it, that would mean that that module will only go to people according to the date and time that you have set.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it would be nice of not having to get up so early in the morning to do it. I'm always asleep at 6 o'clock. And then the other thing is that I was so clever thinking up that because I have 2 sites, so actually I've got 3, but 2 of them is actual now. And this challenge is a lead up to my membership. But the membership I created on another site. It's still Zenler, but it's 2 different sites. So how does that work? What is the best way to get people to go over to the other one? They have to sort of sign. I can't have a bundle for it because they're on the wrong site.
The harder way is that you would have to bring the entire course content to one site, create a bundle or a course or membership the way you have created on the other side, and then auto enroll everyone rather than they going through the pain of resubscribing and re-registering. You import
Sorry,
all those
now
people into the second site and then auto enroll them.
auto enroll. I have to look up how to do that.
Yeah.
But that means
All you need to do is you need to import a Excel sheet into once you create the bundle or once you create the course, you go to people and then you click on import. You import the Excel sheet and all the people will be auto enrolled and an email will also go out to them. This is your account. This is the email ID you are subscribed with. Just reset the password.
Okay. And then I have to sort of manually move the course. I have to sort of copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste these. Okay. Thank you.
That helps.
I acted too fast. Thank you.
All right. In the past, I had accidentally put people in separate email list when they registered for lead magnets, so I had a whole bunch of email list. I have now put everyone into a single list so they're not duplicated people. As far as tagging them, is there a good method for tagging them to keep them organized? 100%. Yes, you can use, if you're tagging people in the system who already exist, you can use bulk tagging. You can go to your contacts. When you go to your contacts, you can put a search filter to it. For example, people in faith debtor course, people enrolled in faith debtor course, there will be a list of people who will pop up. Then you can select all of them and put a tag to them manually, bulk tagging. Similarly, you can put search filters in your contacts and keep adding tag to people so that you understand which person has come from where. That is possible. I hope that answers the question, Faith.
Just almost, it does. But do you name it a certain way so that as you get, let's pretend I get more and more courses, like the one person who was on here who said she had like 60 courses. And then if you end up with a bunch of lead magnets, like I was thinking about like naming them free and then the name if it was a lead magnet or LM or something. So all the lead
Correct.
magnets have like something and then all the course things have something else. Does that seem
That's
like
how I would do it as well. If you know the email list is coming from a free source through a particular lead magnet, so I would name it saying free marketing LM, for example, or free sales LM, so that I exactly know, are they a paid customer or a free customer, which category did they come for, and what kind of a customer they are. So you can completely do this. This will help you segregate your leads much, much better.
Okay, and the same thing with the video library. Can I sneak in another kind of similar question on that? The video library, my video library is a disaster. It's just like I just have been adding, like old video, I have old videos and I update the old video. And so do you name them the same kind of way where you put the name of the course first and then the video or something so that you can filter and find? How do you do yours on your video
Okay.
library?
So I think videos is something that is very subjective to each person, but I would say that I would always name the videos with the answer that is in the video. For example, how to do a certain thing, and then the name of the course. For example, if I'm saying how to save time / productivity course at Zenler, for example, something like this.
Right.
So maybe the answer that they're getting in the video with the course name will make it easier for you to fetch the video.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. There's one more question from Susan. I am having trouble making an email list with people I have tagged to send out a broadcast with just those tags. Okay. I think I understand your question, Susan. I'll just share my screen and try to show you how to do this. 1 second. One moment, I'll share my screen again. So if you go to email broadcasts, and let's say we have to do a new email, I'll click on new email broadcast. And here I will go and select all contacts for now. For once, I will select all contacts. Then I will click on add filter group. And then add filter. And I will say tag contains. User tag contains. I will select the tag here, whichever I want. Let's say blog leads. And you can see I have 8,600 leads right now. As soon as I click on save changes, you'll see 31 people. So this way you can send the list, you can send an email to only a particular type of leads that have a particular tag.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
I'm just going to try it now.
Is there any easy way to, like we've got a ton of videos and a ton of, like, how do people organize their assets? Because we uploaded a bunch of stuff when we were playing around. Like, is there a bulk organize? Because it's a mess. Our fault. But we just put too much stuff in. We've like, I can't tell what videos are used in what courses. How do people organize their assets into folders or or even just bulk cleaning it. Maybe I'm the only person with this problem, but like with a lot of platforms, you sort of get going and then you realize that you shouldn't have done what you just did.
Right. I think the answer to this is what we were just discussing. Naming the videos would be an answer to this. If you name it properly, just the name
This has already happened, so that's
of
great.
the
If, you know,
video is able to help you way, because the content will keep increasing and it'll just, become a number of videos that will be added to a library. So naming the video is the way to go.
sorry, I lost some of that. And I understand that moving forward, Manmeet, but it doesn't help me for what I've got in there already. Because I can't see where videos, like I've got a bunch of videos that are uploaded, but I don't even know what they're linked to.
Okay.
So I can't even delete them and, start like
Okay.
there must be
That
a
is
way to
something that
manage
you
this.
there would be a one-time task that you would have to do to understand what are in those videos.
Yeah, like I know on my other
I think
platforms, I
you
can see where it's used. And so I sort of know the ones that aren't used anywhere can easily be bulk deleted. Sorry, Manmeet.
Yes, I was saying that you can bulk delete for sure, but you'll have to go through in understanding which video has what content and which part of the course it is linked to. That is something that you'll have to do through the naming system.
I don't understand what you mean by the naming system though, because I've got videos, like I've got an introduction video that I use in multiple courses. Even if I click on the video in Zenler, I don't believe it tells me where that's used. So how would I go one by one and how would I know that even?
Okay, so when I said the naming system, I meant the name of the video. Like, we were just talking to Faith where you mentioned what is that video answering and then which course is it a part of.
So that all has to be in the video name. There's no way to tag. Okay.
That is what I think as mine. I would love for you to write to zenler.com and take ask for an answer in a more technical manner so that you get the right answer from them.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
How are
suggest
others handling this? Like even other users on the call, has anybody cracked this code? Because it's super easy to upload, which is great, but I can't be the only person that madly uploaded when they started and then realized they'd created excuse my language, a shit show for themselves.
What I do is I use Vimeo. I know I pay extra, but I had my courses on Teachable before.
Yeah.
And I was helped to move it all to Zenler. And the videos that were uploaded on Teachable are now uploaded and I can never find anything. And the thumbnails have disappeared, so it's really difficult to get them back. So I just decided I'm going to use Vimeo, and then I have, in case Zenler crashes, which I hope it won't.
So you've kept everything in Vimeo instead of using the inbuilt.
I know. I started doing that when I was on Teachable. And then when they put up their price, I decided to go to Zenler instead. But I find it's more easy. It's easier to sort of handle. But it's extra money and it's a bit more tricky. But then I just put in the embed code and I think that works really well. So when I have to move, for example, now I'm transferring some things from one site to another. And it's really simple. I just say, what's the name of the course? And then I take it from Vimeo and put in the embed code and that's it. But,
thanks, Irene. Yeah, we moved from Vimeo because one of the, value propositions was, but with it's just an amorphous blob of unorganized. And then of course, because I can't find the video I want to reuse in a module, I make the problem worse by re-uploading it again. And then it just,
yes.
So Manmeet, I guess even from a feedback perspective, this is the inability to manage assets, and, detect bulk. It's, is something that in my Facebook group comes up a lot. And again, you can work around it by doing what Irene said and managing it in platforms that have proper asset
I
management.
think this is something that you'll have to write at two places. One, support@zenler.com and feedback.newzenler.com. If you put in your feedback, the team will definitely take it up. And that if that's something that is needed by more and more users, updates would definitely be considered. So I would request writing feedback at
But you don't put
feedback.
feedback in, like when we give feedback to you, you don't aggregate that?
No, I definitely do, but that's a more structured and a documented way of putting your feedback in.
Okay.
And there is
I
a
mean, I've made this feedback multiple times, and I'm looking for workarounds because it's been 2 years, you know. And basically, what I'm now looking at doing is how do I clean the whole darn thing out because it's that bad, you know. And yet I can't duplicate anything because nothing can be copied in Zenler, so I can't. Anyways, this is a bigger issue than just a simple feature request, Manmeet, candidly. You know, if
I'll
you have one
definitely share it with
course.
the team.
Anyways, thank you.
Sure, I'll definitely share it with the team. All right, I see one more question from Michelle. I watched the tutorial on linking Calendly for one-to-one bookings, which set as a separate course with all the pages. Is it possible to add it to another course? Does the integration of Google Calendar change this? Okay. Can I understand the question a little better, Michelle? I didn't quite get what you're trying to do with the question.
Yeah. So rather than having to go in and set the one-to-one bookings and do recurring, because they have a course of sort of 6 sessions, but they're sort of spaced out one a month, and so it's just easier for all of us if they just get access to my schedule and then they book in at a time that's convenient. So I'd watched the tutorial that was where David was showing how to link in, so you could embed your Calendly into the thank you into the page after they'd gone through the purchasing. But as it's
Okay.
part of an entire course, I'd like them to be able to just do that
Okay.
as and when they need to, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Is that
So
clearer?
yes, what I've understood from you is that you're trying to put up a page where users can book a time with you basis your availability. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And is this availability that you're trying to set up is through Zenler, or do you want to integrate your own Zoom?
Through Zenler, ideally.
Okay, so I would suggest you can, and are these new people or are these the prospects that you're trying to convert, or are they your current clients and customers?
Their current clients and customers.
Okay, what I would suggest is, just as we spoke, if you could create a one-to-one booking for your existing clients. One-to-one booking allows you to create recurring sessions with date and time. And the invite link that the one-to-one link offers helps you to bypass the registration and they can straight join the call.
Yeah. I don't want to dictate when they have the session. So that's where I'm sort of getting a little bit lost, is the fact that I want them to be able to self-select, so effectively like on access to my calendar, and then or to Calendly, but I'm trying to work out where the alternative place to embed that Calendly is, because on the tutorial it was on one of the sales pages.
You can embed Calendly on any page that you'd like. It can be a funnel, it can be a course, it can be a sales page, whichever part of the funnel you're trying to embed it on. All you would have to do is you would need a Calendly paid account and you need to pick up the embedded code from Calendly. Then once you come to Zenler, on any of the page, you need to select a HTML block and just add the Calendly embedded code on the HTML block and your Calendly will start featuring inside the Zenler page. And that page can be any page that you'd like.
So in terms of if that's actually, can I put that into a whole course somewhere I'm setting up, because as we sort of established, I'm going to set up individual courses for each person, because so that they've got access only to their stuff, sort of similar to what Tracy was saying. Whereabouts, what's the easiest way to sort of embed that somewhere in the actual course?
You can do that on
curriculum?
the My Courses page, is because everybody who's going to log into your system will definitely be on the My Courses page. So you can give them an option there and then to book a slot with you.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you.
Manmeet,
All right.
just to add on that.
Yes.
Because I think Michelle and I are asking the same question. Michelle, I put it into chat as well. So if I set up a Manmeet coaching program or course, let's call it, and I've got a one-on-one recurring with Manmeet, I think the thing that Michelle's saying is she wants to use that link in Calendly, but she doesn't know exactly what time. So she can't set up a recurring for next Tuesday because she doesn't know if Manmeet is going to want next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is a one-on-one link so that Michelle could send a Calendly custom booking for Manmeet coaching. Does the one-on-one link work when a session, this sounds weird, but if a recurring session is for next Tuesday, is the link active on Monday if both of us use it? Michelle, does that make sense to you? Like,
so because the tutorial had it, so David had put it into the thank you page, so
it's the confirmation.
process.
I think these are two different things. What Michelle was asking was, how can she use the Calendly embedded link into one of the pages so Calendly starts reflecting in her site, and that's completely different to book the slots.
Yeah, I think that was part of it.
Yeah, I think it is. That's the next bit, is that then I need them to book the slot and get the reminders and get all of the automation that goes with booking it. But I just don't want to be restricted by the setting the recurring times in advance. I think we are sort of talking about the same thing, Tracy.
If you can share the link with me where I can take a look, because I'm 100% sure a Calendly link cannot be linked with Zenler, where the one-to-one booking could be added by booking a Calendly slot. So if you can share the link with me there. And second, if the meeting is booked for 3 p.m. Tuesday, the link will not work on a Monday, is because you have to start the meeting for people to join. When you don't start the meeting, people can't join, and the system will not allow you to start the meeting until the time of the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. But Michelle, if you can share the link with me that you're referring to, the tutorial from David, I'll just take a quick look and help you.
Yeah, I shall try and find that.
Yeah. All right. So Michelle, I've watched the recording. What David is doing is he's using a combination of Calendly. He's embedding the code of Calendly onto the thank you page of the course. So what he's doing is, for example, if I'm interested to book a one-to-one call with you, I will come on one of your courses. You have set up a course which is called Pay and Book. So I come to one of your courses, I click on register. After I click on register, it takes me to the payment module. After I pay the money to you, on the thank you page, I see your Calendly, which is an embedded code from Calendly on your Zenler site. I book the call with you. As soon as the call is booked, it uses Zapier, which is an automation system. The Zapier connects Calendly and enrolls the user into the Zenler course automatically, where they find their live link to attend the class. It's a little bit of tech that is involved in setting this up. You have to embed the Calendly code, and then you have to make sure you have Zapier to connect Calendly and the auto enrollment of the user, and then they will be able to jump on the one-to-one booking that is in your course already. So if that is something that you'd want to do, you can absolutely go forward and follow the video and do it.
Yeah, right. So it was just the Zapier bit that I was missing.
Yes, correct. That's why I thought that Calendly and Zenler system together without an integration cannot happen.
And no, that was it.
Yeah.
It was like I was trying to work out how they were connecting, and obviously I'd missed a bit on Zapier. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Yes, Faith, I read your message. I'm still struggling with a reoccurring interactive webinar on the first Monday of each month. If I set it up as a reoccurring webinar, if people register once, when do the reminder emails give them the link each time? It will give them the reminder every Monday as the reminder is set, maybe 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 minutes, however you have set it. They will receive all the reminders before each Monday. If someone wants to join in a few months later, does the registration link stick work or no, the registration link works as long as you have set up reoccurrences. Let's say if you have set up 30 reoccurrences. So every Monday for the next 30 Mondays, they will receive all the reminder emails. Let's say we are on the 31st Monday. Then no reminder will go, the link will expire and nothing will work. So as long as the occurrences are active, people will be able to receive the information. I hope that helps.
Yeah, it
You're
does help.
muted.
Yeah, it does help. The only thing is it's the first Monday of each month. So it looks like I went to weekly and told it every 4 weeks. And then that gets me January, February, March. Then April is 5 weeks. So I have to make a new one for April. Then the next one I can do May through September. And then I
Right.
can do October, November, December. So it's a little bit confusing. And I'm just kind of wondering if I just did the one recurring without telling it weekly and just use the automated emails inside the the automated emails. Maybe I've just never done it before, so I'm trying to not make mistakes where it doesn't work and then have people can't get in.
Okay.
So
I think what you can also do is something that we use. If you look at our system, I will just share the link with you because, this was something we were facing as well. We have created one page now. So we don't have any particular link that people go to. If you go to our tutorial site and go to live help, there is a link which is live educational support desk. So your link can be Monday sessions, for example, faithdetter.com, Monday sessions.
right.
Now, this link doesn't change. This tutorials.newzenler.com/live support does not change. But every time our occurrences get expired, we just come and update the link in the button. So this link in the button can be updated anytime. And people don't have to save a new link. For example, whenever we send out an email, we always say to bookmark this link. Now, for example, if this link is bookmarked, you can use it for the next 5 years also, because what we would be doing is we would be updating this button, which you don't matter because whenever you come to the page, it's updated. But if I shared the session link with you, or maybe a January link or a February link, you would have to keep updating your bookmark link because the link will change. But
Right.
this link will not change. This will remain same for the next 10 years if I don't change the URL. So
That's
maybe
a
you can do something like this.
great idea. Thank you. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Hi, Susan. How can I help you?
Hi. So a follow-up question from Faith's. If you schedule a live class every Monday, and it sounds like you use the same link there, what happens to the video recordings? I don't want any video recordings to disappear. I want everyone to be able to see the recordings in each week as they go by.
You will have multiple recordings on the cloud recorded for each week. The recordings will not get replaced or erased.
Okay. And Faith, were you talking about live class? No, you were talking about live interactive webinars, weren't you?
Yeah, but it's kind of the same thing. It seems, I mean, I don't know. It's a free support group that I run for people, and it's the first Monday of each month, which I thought would make life easy to schedule it. But as far as scheduling it in our system here, it's not so easy to schedule it.
And I would suggest don't create a live interactive webinar, create a one-to-one booking because the invite link that you get in the one-to-one booking bypasses the registration and anybody can join. Sorry.
Okay, so just forget about the registration.
Yeah, just forget about the registration. If you want to collect the email IDs, then you need a registration.
I see. The only reason I need their email is because they like it when I send them the reminder every time.
Correct. So for that, you would have to collect their email IDs. And what you can do is the page that I had just shown you, this page for you can be a funnel. They give their details in the funnel and then they get the live link in the email automations. That can also be there.
Maybe that's the way to do it because there's not that many
Yeah,
people. And so I put it on the Facebook group each month as a reminder, hey, do
right,
this. But the people also like to have their email come to them. So if I make it a
right,
funnel, then the funnel can stay the same. So I don't have to change that every single month. And then
right.
that pops them into the email group. And then can I make the email broadcast recurring or do I have to make a new one each time?
New one each time.
A new one each time. Okay. That's okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. You've given me lots of ideas.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Wish you a very happy new year.
Can I just ask one more question? You
Yes,
have
please
time?
go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a new thing for me, this live class, live one-to-one, live webinar, and people have signed up for a course and they'll either register or just go straight to the live session on a Monday. And then when that has finished, I give them a link to the recording in that same class. And would
Okay.
you recommend a live one-to-one or a live class?
I would recommend, now this depends who are you speaking to. If you are speaking to your students, then then a live class, because if you want anybody to join a live class, then they would have to have an account on your site. For example, if you ask me today to attend a live class, and if I don't have an account on your dashboard, I cannot join that live class. But a one-to-one booking with that invite link can be joined by anyone. Like today, there were so many people in the session. None of them registered because we shared that invite link with everyone to bypass the registration and make it easy for them to join. So invite link, if it is free and you don't want to collect email IDs, you don't want the data, maybe your clients, your internal team, or people that you already know, you do not really want to know and have their registration in. But if it is a live class, those people would have to have an account on your site.
Yeah, it's for people who have registered for a specific course. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so a live class would be better.
Yes,
And then I schedule the live classes for every Monday at a particular time.
correct.
And I go ahead and get the link, the registration link, put it in the lesson. And when that's finished, I go and get the recording link and put that in the lesson.
Right, right.
Okay. Okay, sorted. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Are there any of these links that don't expire? Like on
Only the one-to-one booking invite link set up on a reoccurring schedule.
that one will not expire.
Yes, it will only expire when the occurrences are over.
Okay, but the non-one-on-ones do expire, even recurring after each date, they expire?
The invite link and the registration link doesn't, because you have set up any, even if a webinar, even if a one-to-one class, if you have set up occurrences, then the link doesn't expire until the last occurrence.
Okay. Because what's nice about having my own Zoom is I have my own Zoom link. And I mean, I
I
don't
know.
use it I kind of use it all the time. I just have it in my notepad and I just cut and paste and give it to just, individual
Right.
people. And then
I
they
would
can,
suggest you create a page like this that I had just shown you, which says impromptu sessions, and maybe you have your one-to-one booking created there so that everybody maybe some slots available where someone wants to get on a call with you. You have those one-to-one bookings created, and when you want them to join, you give them that link, impromptu sessions, and from here, from the dashboard, you just start that meeting. If it's 2 o'clock, you start at 2 o'clock one-to-one booking, and they can hop on straight in. Maybe a
okay.
page like this will help you.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Faith.